Okay, today we're going to talk about approaches in ESL. Let's take a quick look at them and see how we can use them. To start with, I'm going to start with a total physical response. This is based on the coordination of language and physical movement. For example, you're teaching your students how to use verbs in the simple present, but you don't want them to know that you are teaching them grammar. So, for example, you're sitting on your desk, you would say, I stand up, and you stand up. I walk towards the door, and you walk towards the door. I open the door, and you open the door. I close the door, and the like. And this is how you would be teaching patterns for students. Is it useful to teach an entire language? No, of course not. But it is useful in some aspects. For example, it is your first day in ESL class for adults. You would say things pointing to yourself. I am teacher Sarah. Let's say you are, and you point to the other person, like inviting them to talk. Or you might also want to use this technique to teach propositions. The book is on the table, and you put the book on the table. The book is in the desk, and you put the book in the desk. Moving to the audio-lingual method, those are the people of B.F. Skinner, the behavior theory, stimulus response. So we want no mistakes, and since we want no mistakes in the learning of ESL, we do a lot of drills. We present language orally, and we get our students to write and write and write, to repeat and repeat and repeat. Did research find that this is the correct way to teach English as a second language? No, but can we use something from this? Definitely. Example, you want your students to practice the pronunciation of difficult words, or even students in EFL classes who have difficulty, let's say, in diphthongs, and you want them to internalize the correct pattern. You can practice the pronunciation by repetition and repetition and repetition of those patterns until internalized. Project-based learning. Here, the teaching and the learning of language is highly authentic, and the students are doing the majority of the work while you are a guide. For example, you want your students to make a plan for making the school park better, or make additions to the school park, or you want them to make a school's newspaper. Here, the students will have to go make interviews, interview the teachers, interview students, interview administrations, make up, let's say, a budget plan, let's say, go collect news from the school. And here you can provide them with an outline for the work, or a platform, or a base, or the tools for them to be able to present the work at the end. They might want to present it. They might want to make calls with different people all through the country, engineers, if we're talking about the park, the human resources department of the schools, if we're going to study budget and the like. And they need to present the project at the end as a website, maybe, or as we said, a new paper, or maybe a plan, like a simple plan on a slideshow in PowerPoint. So this is also a very good approach that actually sparks curiosity of students and get them highly engaged and make learning very relevant. Flipped learning, very interesting. You will want to present the material first for the students. Example, now we're here at home. You send them a video about, let's say, global warming. Okay, next class we're going to talk about global warming. You send some questions, some things for your students to do, and they need to do some investigation based on this video at home. When you come to Zoom in class, or another platform you are using, you want to get them into breakout rooms or not, and you want to discuss and solve whatever you want your students to take away from this video. Inquiry-based learning. This is actually also another very interesting approach that taps on the curiosity of the students.